Good morning, church. Good morning. We are here today to sing the praises of Belva Davis, our beloved sister. But I have discovered that probably the linchpin of Belva's success has been a life of love, 60 years with her mate, her husband. And I want to take a moment to acknowledge the presence of that husband, that mate, Mr. Moore, Mr. William Moore, and Belva's husband. And thank you so much for being here, Joe. I lift up mine eyes to the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord. In deference now to Mr. William Moore, and with the hope that he finds consolation, let us pause and center down. Amen. I welcome this privilege to reflect on the life of our beloved departed sister, Belva. But first, a brief digression. In the autumn of 1962, I found myself walking along Fillmore Street in San Francisco, walking southward on Fillmore Street towards Market. It was a Sunday. It was early morning. It was foggy. It was quiet. No one on the street but me. Not a soul. When I reached the intersection of Sutter and Fillmore, I could discern in the distance, perhaps 4 blocks away, in the fog, a second pedestrian headed my way. Sometimes things become magical, because I thought at that very moment, looking 4 blocks down the street, I said to myself, that man yonder looks like Louis Armstrong. A ridiculous thought, right? What in the world would Louis Armstrong be doing walking to Fillmore Street at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning? In fact, what was I doing walking on the street at 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning? And the answer, I think you may have already gleaned. It was, in fact, Louis Armstrong. It was, in fact, Louis Armstrong. And as we grew closer and when we gathered abreast, we both made eye contact, We stopped and looked at each other and we laughed like little boys, giggling almost. Absolutely no one on the streets on that Sunday morning, just the two of us. Louis Armstrong and me on Fillmore Street. How's it going, Pops? I said to Louis Armstrong. The familiarity unwarranted because quite apart from the distance between our social situations, there was also the question of age. Louis Armstrong was my father's generation, and in those days you didn't make those sorts of comments of old people. You respected old people in 1962. 1962 was still the 50s culturally. I looked at Louis Armstrong, he looked at me, I said, I bet you don't remember me. Well, what does that mean? Well, I have to tell you, I had met Mr. Armstrong 3 years earlier at a concert he was giving in Hanover, Germany. And when the concert was over, I was finding myself in Louis Armstrong's dressing room. Don't ask me how. Things were very simple in those days. And in the dressing room, Louis Armstrong introduced me to the band, to Belva Middleton, to Trummy Young, to Peanuts Hucko. Treated me very, very fine. I had a very comfortable 10 or 15 minutes in Louis Armstrong's dressing room. So Louis Armstrong, I said, I bet you don't remember me. And we continued to beam at each other on Fillmore Street, and Louis Armstrong looked over at me and he said, "Oh, Daddy, who can forget you?" That's what he said. The generous thing that I'm absolutely certain that it could not have been literally the case, but I was 23 years old and I believed her. I tell the story now because when I think of Louis Armstrong, I think of Belva Davis. We are here to honor an exceptional person. Exceptional in her gifts, exceptional in her humility. Belva Davis, a person highly accomplished, a person of courage, a person recognized in the world as a trailblazer. One of the many firsts she was that you would find in her resume. But like Mr. Armstrong, and a select few others, Belva never allowed the spotlight, the allure of fame to rob her of her humanity, of her basic decency. She was lauded, she was applauded, but those things were not her enticements. She rejected the trappings of celebrity. The red carpet was not to her liking. Her element was being a loving wife to Bill. A loving wife to Bill Moore for 60 years. She delighted in being a mother and a grandmother. She loved her friends. She loved Pam Moore. And she loved this church. The Church for the Fellowship of All Peoples, an interfaith congregation. Now, Belva knew instinctively the truth of Reverend King's words. What did he say? He said, "You cannot drive out darkness with more darkness. Only light can do that. He said you cannot defeat hate with more hate. But only love can do that. Only love. And she knew it. And that is why, after the racist Republicans hurled hateful insults at her at the Cow Palace in 1964, what they said. What are you niggers doing in here anyway? I believe that's what they said, Bill. What are you niggers doing in here anyway? She refused to hate back. She simply carried on with her work. Besides, she understood that all white people were not racists of the Cow Palace Republican sort. Some of her staunchest defenders against bigotry were white, while Ellen Post being one of many. Now, Alfred Fisk and Howard Thurman and Catherine Benton as well hold to the belief that the ethical verities of religious life are quite simple and that they are taught by all faiths. Those things are such as playfair, welcome to the stranger, be merciful, practice justice. These are the things that Belva believed in, things that animated her work. And she had the unshakable conviction that the human family is one. That we are all children of a loving God. We're all his children. She believed that Asians, Islamists, Buddhists, lesbians, holy rollers, Rosicrucians, Swedes, Saint Senegalese, all his children. Belva, we thank you for your insights and for your work. We thank you for communing with us with Bill all of these years. We thank you for loving us and for teaching us to love. The gift you gave in the way you walked through the world in your 92 years cannot be replicated. And that is why we say, now to you, our beloved Belva. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember Belva. When we are weary and when our courage falters, we can call upon that name, Belva. When we are joyful and yearn to share our jubilation, yours, Belva, is the face we turn to time and time again. Belva Jean, Belva Davis, Belva Moore. I'm going to end now. With Belva's favorite poem, written by her favorite poet. You may remember, Bill, Belva asked me to recite this poem in City Hall when we were having a gathering for Doris Ward, her friend. She said, would you please, right there where you're sitting, Belva turned to me and she said, would you please read us some good poetry. Let America be America. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plains seeking a home where he himself is free. America was never America to me. Let America be the dream that's dreamed. Let it be that great, strong band of love, where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. It was never America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned, with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free, equality is in the air we breathe. There never has been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you that mumbles in the dark, huh? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? Oh, I am the poor white, fooled and pushed aside. I am the Negro, bearing slavery scars. I am the red man, driven from the land. I am the immigrant, clutching the hope I seek, and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, of mighty crush the weak. I am the young man, full of strength, full of love, tangled in that ancient endless chain of profit, power gain, of grab the land, grab the gold, of grab the ways of satisfying need, of work the man, of take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. And I am the farmer bondsman of the soil. I am the worker, sold to the machine. I am the Negro, servant to you all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean. Yes, hungry yet today despite the dream. Beaten yet today, oh pioneers. I am the man who never got ahead, the poorest worker, battered through the years. Yes, I am the one who dreamt our basic dream in the old world while still a servant of kings, who dreamt a dream so strong, so brave, so true, that even now its mighty daring sings. In every brick and stone, in every borough turn, that's made America the land that it has become. Oh yes, I'm the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I'm the one who left dark Ireland's shore, and Poland's plain, and England's grassy lea, and torn from black Africa's strand I came to build the homeland of the free. Free? The free? Who said it? Who said free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions on relief today, huh? The millions shot down when we strike, huh? The millions who have nothing for our pay, for all the dreams we've dreamed, for all of the songs we've sung, and all of the hopes we've held, and all of the flags we've pummeled, the millions who have nothing for our pay. Except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again. The land that never was, and yet must be. The land where every man is free. The land is mine, the poor man's, the Indians, Negroes, me, who made America, whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain almost brings back our mighty dream again. America. Oh yes, I say it plain. America never was was America to me. And yet I swear by this oath, America will be out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape of the draft, the stealth and lies. We, the people, must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plains.